everyone? Welcome in. Hell yeah, we about to talk about some serious stuff now. I'm back, y'all. I am back. We just chilling tonight. It is Monday, December 22nd. Thank you so much. Sending the heart me. Joe Lynn, what's up? How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to my live. I appreciate you for joining in and kicking it. What's up, Rico? How's it going? I'm hoping that that's the correct way how to pronounce your name and things. But yeah, thanks for joining in. Listen, we're going to talk about some crazy stuff, all right? So, as we go on to 2026, what's going to happen? Hey, we just chilling right now. Y'all get to talk to me and I get to talk to y'all. So you get to tell me what's going to go on for 2026. What are we going to do? 2026 is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy and chaotic. So, what amongst you have something crazy going on for 2026? Because I, for one, I know that we're just going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Let's talk about many of the single ladies. Woo. Oh yeah, we going there right now. What's up, August? How's it going? What are the ladies going to do in 2026? Because what are they going to do now that the bills are due? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all remember at one point it was, oh, I can do it all by myself? Now it's changing. It has transitioned quite a bit, right? So before it was, oh, I could do all of this stuff by myself. But now we're seeing the difference in tone, right? Now it's, oh my God, I need help, right? Oh my God, who's going to save me, right? So you have all of these ladies that are looking to be saved, right? What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining. What's up, Anzo the Collector? How's it going, my friend? How's the coin collection going for you? I haven't seen you in a minute, young man. How's it going? So thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. So what are the ladies going to do? What are the ladies going to do come 2026 now that these bills are due? Because remember, at first, a lot of it was, what's up, John? Hey, what's up? Hi, Heika. Hi. How's it going, Heika? How's it going? Be sure to follow me, okay? I appreciate it. They discontinued the penny. Yeah, I heard. Did you get the last year, the 2025 penny? Did you get one of the ones that were made in gold? Hello, Tony Ka. How's it going? Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. We're just here chilling right now. I appreciate y'all for coming in, for stopping in. Be sure to hold that screen, give me a thumbs up, and also be sure to sub the channel, okay? I appreciate y'all. Listen, y'all, we're going to be talking about it tonight, okay? Because listen, as we go on into 2026, hey, what's up, Porchinine? How's it going? Porchinine? I have a coin from 1833 or 1834. Oh, is that right? Man, you got to go get it looked at. It's probably really valuable. Yes, you are. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate y'all for coming in. You chilling. I'm chilling, man. I am chilling in my pad. Yes, sir. I am chilling. I am chilling, but I'm no villain. I'll tell you that right now. What is up, Renessa? How's it going? How's it going? Anton, what's up? How's it going? So what do y'all want to talk about? What is it y'all want to talk about? What sort of advice do you need? We could talk dating, relationships, because here's the thing, right? The last time I was on live, the topic was, what will single ladies do, right? What will single ladies do come 2026? What's up, Candy? How's it going? Not bad. I had a good nap today. That's good. I'm glad that you were able to have a good nap. What are ladies going to do in 2026? Because it's a lot, you know? It is going to be a lot because Yeah, absolutely. What are women going to do in 2026? Because a lot of them seem to be struggling right now. So what are they going to do? What are they going to do in 2026 now that jobs are becoming a lot more obsolete? You know, jobs are becoming more obsolete. There's going to be less and less jobs available, right? What's up, Pam? How's it going? Welcome in. So, because there's going to be less jobs available, a lot of these women who were, they were working a lot. Now, a lot of them are trying to get with a man. But, well, I mean, in a perfect world, that sounds good. I certainly can, Heiko. What you got? What you got for me? What you need? What sort of information you need? Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys doing right. But what's happening is in this day and age, exactly. And what we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of ladies having to coexist with other ladies, and and become, they have to get and become, they have to share space with each other. They have to be roommates, right? Because they can't make it out here on their own. So what we're seeing is we're seeing a, I mean, so, right? Because for a lot of ladies, right? A lot of ladies, right? I don't know. I don't know why that is, Renessa. I don't know. You Kansas Owens, you buy they buy you Chipotle. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, can you hear me good through here? Can you hear me good through there, Kansas Owens? What's up, Genesis? What's up, Genesis? How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. Exactly, exactly. But here's the thing with that, right? My bad. I just dropped my phone. But here's the thing with that. A lot of men are looking for helpmates too, right? So if you're looking for a helpmate, how is a man going to benefit from that? What's going on, Genesis? How's it going? Welcome in. How will a man benefit from being your helpmate? Because truth be told, ladies like you, oftentimes you want a man that has his stuff together, right? Wouldn't you say that that's the case? Wouldn't you say you want a man that has his stuff together? Because I don't know many ladies who are looking to be another woman's helpmate, right? However, you have a lot of ladies. You've dated potential, but that's the key thing. You've dated. And that's the start thing, right? Dating and dealing with, that doesn't really count. You could date whoever you want, right? You could take a man on a date, you could, finesse him for a free meal or whatever the case may be. But in the end, it's, if you're looking for a man, Paradise, why is that? I'm genuinely curious. Why is that? I've been eating beans by candlelight for decades. There you go. The man 14. There you go. Who the man 14? You got to do that sometimes, you know? You got to do that. Absolutely. You got to do it. So you think men are entitled? So you think the men are more entitled than women? Is that what you're saying? Because as far as I'm concerned, a lot of ladies, they are very entitled. They're entitled to everything, yet they contribute nothing. What is your take on that? Because that's what we're dealing with in this day and age, right? You have a lot of ladies who feel as though they should be entitled to everything, but they don't contribute. Not in friendships with other women. So you're saying that you want a woman that don't have friends with other women? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying I'm not following what you're saying? Yeah, who the man? Yeah, man, that's what's up. You doing that baked bean candlelight dinner? That's what's up. Sounds like a good time. It's absolutely entitlement. Yeah, A woman would. I don't know about that, Angel. I don't know about that. I don't know. You really think that that's the case, Angel? Renee, you really think that that's the case? Yeah, there you go. There it is right there. Renessa just said it right there. Well, that's the thing, So what happens is a lot of ladies in this day and age, what happens is they friend zone decent men, right? They friend zone decent men. Why is that? These men who would definitely make for decent spouses, decent boyfriends, yet they friend zone them. So what happens is they'll friend zone these men and they would want to extract a lot of the same benefits. So well, I mean, well, of course. And it's just that the type of man that they want don't want them. That's the thing, right? Because the realities are 99.99% of men are decent, honest, hardworking men. But for the woman but for many of the women who say the same thing, they say they ain't decent men out there. It's like, well, why are you attracting these men that are not decent? You know what I mean? Well, no. So men built the house. Men built the house. Men built the foundation. Men build and maintain the plumbing. Men build and maintain this vast and complex infrastructure. Angel Renee, that's what men do. You know what you do? You know what you do? You just take, 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 take. That's what you do. And then when all else fails, you opt for one of the four. Who hurt you? You hate woman. You gay. Y'all say the same shit every single time. Who hurt you? Your mama a woman. You gay. Y'all say the same shit every single time. The rebel lady said the last guy I dated tried to murder me with his. Okay, why are you going with me? Like, this is crazy. Like, what is this? No, you don't make it a home. You just move in and settle in. That's what you do. That's all you do. You just move in and settle in. That's all. No, 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 no. You don't give life. You're just the incubator. The life comes from men. Okay? You're just the incubator. And that's the thing. You're just the incubator. That's all you are. The life comes from men. Men give the spark of life, not you. Without men, there will be no children. Men give the spark of life. Because you said no, no, no. So on the contrary, on on the contrary, Angel, I'm very secure. I'm so secure that I don't have to fall for your BS, right? I'm so secure, right? I'm so secure. I'm okay doing what I'm doing, okay? A man that's not secure, he'll let you run wild. He'll let you run wild and do whatever you want to do. A man that's secure, he doesn't do that. He doesn't tolerate bull crap. That's what a secure man do. So you have things all twisted. No, it's just basic logic. You could call it whatever you want. It's just basic logic. If it means red pill, then it means red pill. I'm certainly not blue pill because guess what? Blue pill will call you a queen, gold, sea moss gold, diva, all of this stuff. I'm talking to other people on another platform. Oh, the rebel lady. Oh, okay. So when all else fails, now it's that. Okay, now it's you're DL. Okay. And you're a hater. Okay. Rebel lady, what have I said that implied that I hate women? I would love to hear this. Because here's the thing, because we're having this vast, uncomfortable conversation, it always go to that, right? It always goes to that, right? You hate women because I feel uncomfortable with what you're talking about, right? It's just a simple reality, ladies, right? But miss me with the baseless ad hominem attacks. They don't mean anything. You could theorize and speculate because we're having this uncomfortable conversation, right? And that's the thing, right? Because when it's something you don't agree with, that doesn't mean that therefore the man is gay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, what do you mean by that? What's up, Josh? How's it going? But yeah, so and that's pretty much all we're talking about. You know what I'm saying, Renessa? No, no, no. So again, the rebel lady, you could do whatever you want. Let's be clear, okay? I'm a huge proponent for that. You could do whatever you want, but just understand that what you do comes at a cost, okay? So you could scream from the mountaintops how you don't need a man, how you can do all bad by yourself, but don't be surprised when men shy away because men go where they're needed. If you're steadily reminding men how much you don't need them and then wonder why they shy away, that's your problem, not mine. Because truth be told, women like you probably can't even qualify for a man like me. Because here's the thing. There are too few of men like me, and there are a lot of women like you. Okay? We could go through the basics, okay? We could just opt for facts, figures, data, statistics, not your feelings, right? One of the facts is women greatly outnumber men by millions in this country, in the USA. So if women greatly outnumber men by millions in the USA, there's fewer men. So, quote unquote, your person isn't going to find you. No, and that's where you have the misconception. Most men don't want a hoe. Most men don't are not attracted to that. Most men want women who are pure and untouched. Okay? I don't know, and that's the thing, and this is why therapy is so important. This is this is why therapy is so gosh darn important. What's up? Yeah, absolutely. Because Renessa, is the text to speech getting annoying for you? If it is, let me know. I'll disable it, okay? Because I know you said it keeps repeating. So if it's getting annoying, let me know and I'll just disable it. I just have it on in case I miss something, but please disable. Okay, I got you. All right. All right, it should be disabled now. So you shouldn't hear it again. But yeah, so and that's the thing, right? Most men want a woman that's pure, a woman's youth fertility, right? Like men don't want women who's been around the block, who's quote unquote community property. Men don't want that. I don't know where this came from. You're just making things up, the rebel lady, because the reality is you just have no clue. You have an idea, but your idea is just backed by your feelings, and your feelings isn't backed by anything. Because I'd be damned if men, yeah, that's the thing, right? For sure, men don't want a woman that's been like had sex with a whole bunch of people. That's crazy. That's ludicrous. I'm a feminist and a liberal. I'll never date again. I don't need anyone in my life. When I'm told a man this weekend I do not want sexy, he has continued to paw at me until I rage and threw hands. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Let you tell a story, right? And I'm sure if we asked the man, I'm sure he would have had an entirely different circumstance, and he would probably share an entirely different scenario of how he experienced you. Yeah, of course, absolutely, Renessa. Men don't want loose goose, right? Absolutely not, right? Absolutely not. By no stretch of the imagination, men want a loose goose. Absolutely not. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If you're if you're having a man take you on a date and you're extracting resources from him, he's probably going to want something for that. So, to mitigate that, the next time you go on a date, you make sure you pay your half, or you make sure you pay for your portion of when you go on a date, because you don't want there to be any confusion, right? Because truth be told, when you're going on a date, you're finessing and using these men. So if a man takes you out on a relatively lavish date or a nice date, he's probably going to want something for that. Pause. And we're going to go into something else too, okay? We're definitely going to go into something else. Why okay, you know what men want, right? Why is it that you're shocked that men would want to have sex? We are biologically hardwired to want to have sex, just like we're biologically hardwired to eat and do all types of other things. So don't crucify and criticize a man because he wants to have sex. He's doing what he's biologically hardwired to want to do, is to have sex, is to procreate, right? That's all. That is it. What's up, Maureen? Shane, what's up? How's it going? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Emerald? How's it going? Emerald Sky, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh, here we go with fertility. People who can't give birth, it's not their choice. Well, or want to be that, so we ain't supposed to be blamed and suffer that much. There are also men who understands. Yeah, there are women who can't give birth. Absolutely. For sure, absolutely. And please feel free to join me on the other platforms here. I'm on all of this here, so you know, you might get another view of me if you go there. But yeah, so here's the thing, right? That's part of the reason why many of you are not as special as you were told. Because again, women outnumber men by millions in this country. And the thing is, you have most of you are below average and average. And I'm going to go there, right? Same name, blockchain with a Y. Don't forget this Y right here, but it's blockchain with a Y. But yeah, absolutely. So even if you paired every man with every woman, you're going to still have a massive surplus of millions of women. A massive surplus of millions of women, right? So, like I said, most of you are not as special as you were told. This may be new information, right? And this is why therapy is so important, because many of you, especially for you older ladies, you still want to live like you're 18, 20, and 22 or whatever. You still want to be chaste and everything, and you still want to act like you're the prize. The reality is, most of you are below average and average. But that's the thing, right? In this day and age, calling a woman average, how dare you call me average, right? Well, no, you're average. Most people are average. It's okay to be average. Most women are below average and average. The issue comes when you have a bunch of below average and average women telling average men that they're not good enough for them, right? Why is that? Because a lot of these below average and average women all want these exceptional above average men that they know and they don't qualify for. Absolutely. D nice, absolutely. Zoro, absolutely. Most of them are below average and average, but they all want these exceptional above. I mean, these Frankenstein, they want these exceptional above average Frankenstein men sculpted by Zeus himself, right? In their magically manifested minds, they think he's going to swoop down from the heavens and swoop them all off their feet, and he's going to be anything and everything they could ever ask for, which is why, right? This is why women are oftentimes heavily, involved in and like baseless zodiac astrology signs and all of this other stuff. And they're the main folks who, be involved with tarot card readings and all this other stuff because it's manifestation madness. That's why when you talk to a lot of women, they always lead with "I feel like," right? I feel like. Now they on Anthony Joshua like he just magically popped up on the planet last week. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. A feather less, what's more heavy? A feather less, what's more heavy? It's easiest. Yeah. Let me do some catching up with some comments, y'all. All right, so the rebel lady said, "You think a woman's supposed to f on the first date, and it's her fault? Be why she don't pay her own." No, so a woman should pay her own way, because in the end, here's the thing. This is why I'm a firm believer of that. The rebel lady, that and realistically, women should pay 100% of the date, because you're looking for a provider man. You're looking for a man that's bigger, stronger, earns more, who could provide provision, protection, resources. You're Women are hypergamous, right? Women want a man better than them in virtually everything. So you should be paying for the date, the entire date, because you're looking to extract resources and protection from a man. They all want the same guy. Exactly. Absolutely. They all want the same guy. What's up, top tier guy? How's it going? Welcome in. In Asia, men are more. Yeah. So you said in Asia, men are more gentlemen. If a man asks you out, they're responsible to pay the bill automatically. That's a sign that the man likes you and much respect your time. Of course, but we also know that in Asia, specifically in China, there's a term for leftover women, right? So we're going to ask Google, what's the term for leftover women, right? Right? In China, right? Shengnu, right? Shengnu. That's what the term is for leftover women. This is women that are in their late 20s or in 30s and beyond, right? Leftover women. Yeah, that's just what they refer to them as, right? With these type of, because again, that's there's also a reason why China have the, what is it, the two child policy or whatever, because it was just so many women and not enough men. So yeah, when a woman is young, she gets to be wine and dine. But the issue comes about, and what you got to be prepared for is, don't waste your prime youthful years on nonsense, right? Wait until you're in a proper position so that you could do other miscellaneous things, right? So the rebel lady said, "You are not a real man. My father was the last generation of real men who were gentlemen, not sure who turned down or hurt you, but schooling fool." Well, here's the thing, right? The world doesn't operate on your father, right? No one knows your father. No one, and that's the thing. God bless his soul. If you think, and we're not of his time, right? Men, for the most part, have always remained the same, right? It's women because, again, we're living in the age of the feminist movement, right? You have feminist movement, and then you have a lot of radicalized feminists, right? With this deep-rooted hatred and contempt of men, right? And many of you ladies, unfortunately, you're borderline radical feminized, which is fine, but just like everything else, that comes at a cost. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, D Nice. Absolutely. I hope I'm saying your name right, by the way. Is it D Nice 08? I'm hoping so. The Rebel Lady. Everybody needs therapy to some degree, but you probably need it a lot more than me, because make no mistake, I'm fine. You need therapy, okay? I would highly recommend BetterHelp. There's other programs and online services, but if you think that you can do this alone, you are sadly mistaken. There's a saying, an attorney who represents herself has a fool for a client. You're the attorney. Okay. So get yourself some help. D Nice. I like it. D Nice. That reminds me of that Key and Peele skit. Hell yeah. The facts we are in a 304 culture is become, yeah, absolutely. D Nice has said it best, right? 304, because I want to feel liberated and free. I just want to get dicked down by the community. You know what I mean? But then, why can't a guy, they're all jerks. Why can't a guy that I want me and want to marry me? You'll never find a woman like me. Right? You hear it all the time. Hey, what's up, Sandy? Honey, how's it going? Welcome in, my friend. And that's the thing, the rebel lady, no matter how upset you become, it's simple. It's so simple, right? How's it going? Welcome in, Sadie Honey. What's up, Candace? What's up, Frinzo? How's it going? Please change your voice again. Nah, I'm only doing that when I'm. There is nothing wrong with a woman wanting to feel, acting, and look and act young. It doesn't mean they ain't qualified to be loved by someone who is a adult pro max. Well, listen here. Listen here. Women, of course, want to be loved. The issue comes about when you have older women attempting to act younger, right? You have older women. If it's not that, they come with a lot of baggage and traumas. Case in point, the rebel lady. She comes with a plethora of baggage and trauma, and she's asking a man to accept all of that. All the while, she's looking to extract resources from this man and provisions and protection. What's up? How's it going? I unfollowed you, really? Did I really? My bad. I was probably doing a cleanup and my bad. Here, let me follow you back. My bad. Yeah, because sometimes I do like sweeps and I like accounts that I don't see or something or I'm not familiar with. I just go through and kind of cleaning them up. My bad though. But I just gave you a follow again. My bad. What's up, Zena? How's it going? But yeah, and that's what a lot of us have been seeing, right? And this is also why we're seeing in large numbers a lot of women who are posting videos all throughout social media crying, wishing they had a man. Because guess what, y'all? Cuffing season is here, right? You are welcome, my friend. How's everything going? How the heck are ya? So, and this is why we're seeing a lot of women struggle. We're seeing a lot of women post videos online pleading for advice because what happens? They're listening to the wrong caliber of folks because, these folks are steering them and misguiding them, right? Because here's the thing, they don't want to listen to the men, right? Because the men, essentially, we're the buyers, right? They don't want to listen to us. They're too concerned with listening to the opinions of other women, right? Hashtag single woman keep women single, right? Single women keep women single, right? Women will lie. They will be deceptive. I got a video on my channel right now. It went viral. You can go take a look at it. Woman in all pink, right? If you go through the comments, this woman, she's walking around in the public looking ridiculous. In the public looking ridiculous, right? And these are the same kind of caliber of women that swear up and down, you bet not judge her, right? Oh my God, don't judge me. But it's like, look at how you're coming out and representing yourself in public, right? So this woman, I recorded her and I posted it, right? And it went viral. It went viral, right? Nearly 900,000 views. And it's still ticking and going up like crazy, right? You look at all of the comments, right? You see the majority of women just lying. Oh my God, girl, where did you get that? That whatever, I want one. Oh my God, that's me. Oh my God, that's me taking out the trash. Oh my God, that's my double ganger. Oh my God, she's so pretty. Oh my God. They just lie to each other. We all know damn well that woman looked toe up from the flow up, right? We know that, right? Or at least men do, right? Yeah, absolutely. They're delusional. But check the video. Go to my profile and check it out. She has on all pink. It went viral. I posted it, woke up the next day, video had like 700,000 views. I couldn't believe it, right? What's up, James? How's it going? Man, let's create a clip page for you. I will find best clips for your stream and get them on your clips page. Man, I appreciate it, bro. Man, you got to hit me up, man. You got to send me an email and show me how to do that. I appreciate you. Thank you. Do you got a lot of followers? You over there following me from the Kicker rapper? Oh shit, excuse me. But yeah, Dancing Queen. What's up, Dancing Queen? How's it going? But this is what we're seeing. This is just what we're seeing. Now, I could transition right now and I could put up a topic, right? I'll put up a topic and we could talk about it, right? But this is what we're seeing, right? 2026, right? 2026, this is the type of stuff that we're seeing. And it's only getting worse. It is only getting worse, y'all. I wonder if things are so far gone, we just don't know really where to go. We don't know really where to go anymore. Hello at blockchain.com. Because listen, I don't know where the heck we're going with any of this. I genuinely don't know because it's crazy. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's crazy. I don't know what the heck people are doing. What's up? What's up? How's it going? But and then that's why a lot of men here in America. That's why a lot of them are opting to leave the country and they're looking to go elsewhere because a lot of the women out and I kid you not, y'all, the feminazi sequence is so fascinating, right? Because listen, I'm all for equality, right? But you don't get to cherry pick the conveniences of equality and leave out everything else, right? In other words, I want the authority of men, right? I want the advantages of being a woman, but then I want the accountability of being like a child, right? I want and I'm gonna repeat that, okay? I want the authority of men. I want the advantages of being a woman, but then I want the accountability of a child. They just want it all. And that's the issue. The real lady here said, you can say what you say about women. Why are you home on a Monday night without a date? Because I'm home alone without a date. And I don't need a date because I got a lady. I appreciate it though, but I got a lady. But I'm home alone and I'm chilling like a villain. Is that okay? 6'7". Seriously though, the 304 generation will serve as an cautionary tale for the next generation alpha. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, right? Women like the rebel lady, she will be forever defiant, right? Again, us men, we knew about women like this for eons, right? For decades, right? There've even been songs made about women like the rebel lady, right? Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. And here's the thing, right? You have all of these songs pumping them up. All the women who's independent, throw your head. All the single ladies, just pumping them up. But guess what? What is Beyonce doing? She ran her happy ass back to Jay-Z, right? And these women, they still don't have a clue. They still don't have a clue. Tell them, Renessa. They don't believe me. They don't believe me. And that's the thing. So women like the rebel ladies. So here's the thing, right? And that's the thing. You can't correct them, right? You can't correct them. They reject correction. How can you build with any woman when she just reject correction, right? She has a chaotic mind, a chaotic hyena like mind. You can't build with a woman like that. But in her little world, right, her little bubble, it's everybody's fault. Mainly men. It's men's fault, right, that she's where she's at right now. Right? But yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like my baby daddy. Like my baby daddy. Exactly. Exactly. I ain't in the house. Exactly. And that's the type of, sexy red, Sukihana, all of these like, hood booger 30 ratchet chicks. And I think the most that big chicks, I don't know. But anyway, you get what I'm saying, right? All these big ass, like, it's just like, come on now. I do not beg or plead for a man. I worked all my life and I took care of my parents and I went to college and I had a career and I retired well off and I'm very happy alone and not waste there washing their shit stained undies. And that's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? The rebel lady, I'm gonna school you on to something now. Pay attention. I'm gonna need you to hold on for just a moment. You guys doing right, the nice hood boogers for sure, man. Because that's all they are, is just hood boogers. Now, the rebel lady, you have no choice except to pay your own bills, okay? Your college degree, that means nothing to a man, okay? But you don't get a badge of honor for being an adult. You have to do these things because you have to take care of yourself. And your parents, you're the only one that was there for your parents. You have to do these things. Okay? You don't get a badge of honor for it. I don't know what you're expecting. And usually for women like you want a man that's already built up, unless you're looking for a project man, a man that's going to be a project. But typically you're looking for a man that's already built up and have himself together. So all of this little, miscellaneous side stuff that you're talking about, washing undies and all of that, you won't have to do all of that because he will probably be doing that for himself, right? So that's something you don't have to worry about, my dear. But in your chaotic mind of a world, you're on this weird color purple, waiting to exhale. How Stella got her groove back bullshit, and it's not getting you anywhere. You said now I do twerk at home to Sexy Red, but not outside. Exactly, right? 100%. Yeah, exactly, right? D Nice. It's like I pay my bills. It's like you have to pay your bills. You ain't got no choice. Yeah, I'm serious. Like they many of them be on that shit, like this weird waiting to excel bullshit. They be, it's like, oh my god, what I'm gonna do? Uh. Like seriously, they be tripping, man. Would you man up and take care of your elderly parents or just pull them out of a nursing home and not answer the question? Well, listen here, okay? I have an elderly mom, okay? I'm about two minutes away from sending her ass on a one-way ticket to goddamn Siberia. But I'm taking really good care of my mom, okay? And she's in a very nice circumstance and situation. She lives in a luxury. My mom is retired, right? She served in the military for over 20 years. Yeah, exactly, Renessa. You don't, yeah. I like that. I like that, Renessa. I'm still in that. You don't have that trademark. I'm still in that. You don't applaud a fish for swimming. You hear that, the rebel lady? You do not applaud a fish for swimming. Therefore, you have to pay your own damn bills. You don't get a badge of honor for that. And that's the thing. And that's the thing, right? For me, you can't give chicks like this advice, right? I could be a Nobel Peace Prize winning, all acclaim, whatever the hell, you know, guru, whatever the hell, and she's still gonna find any way possible to invalidate and discredit me every single time, right? You can't do nothing with them. Again, don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved, right? Every single time, right? And that's what it is, right? What have you done lately to help your elderly and poor? See, and that's the thing. She wants proof, right? Now she wants me to explain to her all of the things that I've done to help my elderly mother, right? You know what? I didn't do shit for her. How about that? My mom lived on the street in a tent. Now what? I bought her a tent because I'm not obligated to do none of that. How about that, right? I bought my mama a tent. She's elderly. She's in her mid 70s. She lives under a freeway. Okay, I bought her a tent. That's what I did. Is that okay with you? Is that okay with you, the rebel lady? All right. Absolutely. D Nice said it best, right? Sign language, shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. Right? They love it. They love it. I had to do a lot of soul searching and self reflection. Life, death humbles me. Absolutely, Renessa. It has to. It has to, right? It has to. I hope you have daughters one day and see how life is. Why would you hope I have daughters? Why do I need it? Why do I need daughters? Because here's the thing. If I had daughters, I'm going to raise them to respect and admire men, right? That's what I'm going to raise them to be like, not have some deep twisted hatred and contempt of men like a lot of these jaded spinsters and cat shepherds want me to do, right? Right? I'm going to train and make sure my ladies know and understand the plight of men and what men do and what men sacrifice, right? Because everything around us, even though there's less of us, less men have built and civilized the world for women like you, the rebel lady. Because if men were that evil and twisted as you may, as you try to sell us that there are, right? You will be in cages, okay? Women will be in cages, right? Men have built and civilized the world so women like you can complain, 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 right? Because every single time, but guess what? As long as you have your cats, that's all you need, right? Cats and dogs, right? Cats and dogs, right? That's all they need is cats and dogs, right? Because those are going to be your forever friends, okay? Because for no man should suffer you. I have no children because I choose to. No, no, the thing is, you have no children because you didn't align yourself to a man. That's what it is. You don't choose to not have that, okay? Most women want to have children. You're biologically hardwired to want to have children, okay? You don't have children because you couldn't get on a man's program. You don't have children because your opinion matters to you more than maintaining and keeping a man. How about that? It is one way ticks for me. Yeah, just send her on a vacay. Exactly. Absolutely, right? Nah, but my mom, she's doing really well, right? She's doing really well. Like her like we just like I just helped her move and the place she lives in now, it's really really nice. I was like, "Holy shit." It's like one of them like new luxury places that they built. It's like they have like yeah, it's tight. It's really nice. I was like, "Shit, I might have to come and visit you more." You know. So she said, care for my parents till they died. Yeah, because you were probably raised to do that, right? You were raised to care for your parents because they're all you have. You don't have a family, right? You probably chose your career, right? You probably chose other thing, and if that's what you chose, more power to you. But again, just like everything else, right? It all comes at a cost. I bet no man would care for their parents. That's a weird, bizarre thing to say. After all, need I remind you, men have built and civilized everything around you, right? Right? I bet you would not wipe their asses or bathe them, would you? No, I probably wouldn't wipe my mom's ass because I don't need to see or smell that. But I would have someone do it. She'll definitely have an in-home care assistant. But will I do it? No. Do I need to do it? No. Do I need to do it to prove it to you? No. Because there are professionals, there are licensed professionals that'll come in and take care of her if and when she ever get to that point, right? Not looking forward to it, right? But I believe that she's far from that. But in the event that she gets to that point, she'll be well taken care of, right? What's up, sweet? Welcome in. Welcome in. Neon, I have their own, does their own laundry. Yeah, yeah. Like literally, you acting like men don't know how to do laundry. Men know how to do laundry. I'm doing my own goddamn laundry, right? I have my own pad. Okay, you see this place right here? Okay, I own this place. Okay, I own this place. So, yeah, again, right? You're the type of woman that'll choose a bear over a man, right? She's the type of woman that'll say, "I'll take a bear in a forest than a man," because she's so fearful of men because she was raised to have some deep hatred and contempt of men, right? Anyways, thanks for the comedy hours. Absolutely. Again, betterhelp.com. Check it out. You enjoy your holiday season alone, the rebel lady. Okay, I hope you have your Christmas tree. Okay, but you will be enjoying your hyena mind. That's all it is, just a hyena mind, right? Hyena minded women, right? She's a stark example of that, right? Every single time, right? They always come about, right? And then when she doesn't agree, what does she do? Oh, you're a Trumpster, right? You're a Trump pansy, whatever the hell that means, right? I didn't vote for the guy, right? She doesn't even know that I'm a Democrat, right? Because people who are Republicans, they wouldn't dare even lie to say that they're a Democrat. I'm a Democrat, okay? Because even with all of the crazy shit happening with y'all chaotic minds, I'm always for the lesser of the evil. So, yes, I am a Democrat. I did not vote for the T-47, right? I've actually cautioned other people for voting for him, right? I know of other people who voted for him. Whoever said that, act like you said you exactly, Renessa, absolutely. It's crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, I'm all for the lesser of the evils, right? And in my opinion, when there was an election, I voted for Kamala. I wanted Kamala to win, right? Kamala, she's been a public figure for decades. She has contributed so much to the economy, right? Everything from being what was she, a district attorney, right? She became attorney general for the state of California, right? And then she was a US senator, and then the vice president. I think with a track record like that, I think she more than deserved to become president of the United States. I think she was more ready and aligned to be president of the United States. All right. I genuinely believe that, right? And I was so heartbroken that she didn't get the presidential nomination, right? Because I remember her speech at the Democratic National Convention or whatever, right? Her speech was flawless, right? No error. It was flawless, right? I was sold. I was sold. I was like, that's my candidate, 100%. Kamala Harris, right? But now a lot of people, and a lot of it, unfortunately, I'm going to blame on the ladies once again, right? A lot of the ladies have steered a lot of men to voting red because men are tired of the BS and men are tired of the radical feminist movement. And this is what I heard from Republican colleagues, Republican associates, right? They're tired of where things started to go, especially with women and how women were behaving and how women were treating men. That was a huge component behind it. That was a huge component. A lot of it is because you ladies have mistreated men so bad, a lot of men have opted for the T-47, right? This is why. Yeah, absolutely, Renessa, absolutely. Happened to Hillary. Absolutely, right? This is why men opted for the T-47. A lot of men thought that it was a better idea to reenact the T-47, right, into service as opposed to Kamala Harris, right? Which was a stern, who was a stern, she was a heavy hitter as Attorney General for the state of California. I remember when she was interviewing the U.S. Attorney General when she was U.S. Senator, when she was when they were on the Hill and she was like grilling him, Bill Burr, when he was the U.S. Attorney General. He was scared shitless. It's like, oh yeah. It's like because he forgot. He was like, oh shit, I forgot. She was Attorney General too. So even though she was a state Attorney General, you know, exactly, Renessa. Same thing, right? Wasn't the best, but it was the lesser of the evils, right? And even her being president, we would have had because what else would have came with her? Bill Clinton and all of that, right? She wouldn't have did it alone. She would have had Bill Clinton by her side, right? So she would have gotten that, and she would have had other folks like Barack Obama and other folks that would have basically guided her to success. But again, folks, I say a lot of what happened was because a lot of men were fed up by how women treat men. And they thought that the T-47 was their savior, right? They thought the T-47 would be their savior. I didn't fall for the BS because I'm like, listen, the T-47, he's like a Terminator, you know? The T-47, he's telling you who he is. He told you what he was going to do, right? Everyone seemed to have forgotten about the January 6th insurrection, right? Everyone forgot about that. Oh, it didn't happen. Oh, no, that's not what happened. It's like, am I losing my damn mind? I could have sworn I seen alt-right, neo-Nazi, Klan, white nationalists storm the cat and other, oath keepers, the Proud Boys or the Gay Boys, whatever they're called. I could have sworn I seen them, right, storm the U.S. Capitol. No, 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 you're tripping. That's not what happened. It was really Antifa, right? Like Antifa need in but big, right? Issues on even yeah, is you go to school for parents or anything, right? So what we're